Good afternoon, everybody. This is Vonda Evans, and this is the last time that I'm going to be able to address you in 2018. And therefore, I wanted to bring a very good, uplifting, and inspiring message. And today's message is release. This is the season of release, of a time that to let go of what's holding you back and trust God to reinvent you from who you are to what He wants you to become. Now, let me tell you something what happened to a lot of people this year. A lot of people were like I am. Things occurred, and the things that we were familiar with and that we've always had, all of a sudden were taken from us. We had situations that may have taken a relationship from us. That was God taking that from us. It may have been someone who had a friend that, you just kind of outgrown, or a relationship. God took this from us, okay? Oh my goodness, this is something I've had forever, and He's taking this from us. And then all of a sudden, somebody who, is so dear to us, maybe they died, someone we trusted, we depended on. God took that from us. And then, all of a sudden we're married. We've been married forever, and it's a very secure place. And all of a sudden that was destroyed. And it's so valuable, but God took that from me. And so what happens is that you have a pile of things. See all of the pile of things over here that were crutches. They were crutches for you. And now has come the time where God has removed them from you. And so now you're like, oh my goodness, I feel lighter, I feel better, but I'm uncertain. This is something that I've had all my life. I've always depended on my mom. I've always depended on my husband. I've always depended on my friend. I've always done that. This is a year of release. Storms of life will come. They're going to come. They're going to have anxiety, hurt, unhealthy relationships, fear, pain. And you know what the first thing that we want to do? We want to start putting this back on and, putting our hat back. We got to get back. Let me call my friend and ask her what she think. Let me try to get back with my husband. Let me try to get back with that boyfriend that I had. And God is saying, no, that's over with. You're not going to go back to what I've taken from you. So when death comes, disappointment comes, guess what? I'm not going to let you go back to those things that I've taken from you in 2018. Well, what about when I lose my job? What about if there's a loss of relationships, disappointment? You can't go back. He does not want you to return to what He has released you from. And that's the problem. We always run back to what's familiar to us, even if it's not good for us, but it's familiar. And this is the year that God is saying no more. You're going to depend on me, or you're going to fail. But you got to trust me. Stop running to church, playing church. Stop running the synagogue to the temple. Now it's time to really start believing me, because I've taken it from you. And you're like wondering, what did I do wrong? It seems like 2018 things were taken from you. You didn't do anything wrong. It was a time of release. And so what I want you to do is this. In the upcoming year, I want you to identify 3 things that you want, that you've longed for, peace, a relation, whatever it is. And I want you to start a journal with each one that you've titled. And I want you every day to write something that you've done to get closer to that goal. Just write it down. Just write it down. And a year from now, I want you to look at it. Even if you don't get what it is that you want, you're going to be a better person because of it. And what I want you to do, which is essential, which we always forget, is self-care. You got to do the 45 minutes me time. I don't care. I don't care what's going on. You got to exercise before 4:30 every day so that you can get that beautiful vitamin D. You have to celebrate your accomplishments no matter how small. I said no today. What? Encourage yourself. Stop looking for other people to give you affirmation and to give you, congratulations. Encourage yourself. I want you to stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop saying, well, look at them. I went to high school with her and she got this. This is your journey. Whatever accomplishments that other person has, it ain't going to make you no better. Stop comparing yourself to other people. I want you to start eating healthy. This is your temple. You know, as we get older, you know, we've got to really start to look toward how we're eating and make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to. Limit the amount of alcohol. Alcohol is a depressant. It's not going to make anything go away. It's make you feel worse about your situation, yourself, and you don't have time. More importantly, limit social media to 3 hours a day. I don't care. You know, that's it. 3 hours. Because what we do is we become self-conscious. We start to have, you know, body issues. We start to have, you know, why am I not at this level? And everyone is happy. And you start to do what? Comparing yourself to other people. And then what do? You start to try to return to those crutches. You know, the ones that God took from you. 2019 is going to be the year of release. Release and surrender all negative and painful situations to God. He took them from you. And I don't want you to take them back. You need to grow so that you can be the person that He has ordained you to be. Don't be afraid. Just know this is growing season. Happy New Year to everybody. This has been Vonda Evans with Positive Affirmations.